Our next interview is with Innar Liiv. Innar is a professor of big data at the Tallinn University of Technology in Estonia. Welcome, Innar, to Peacekeepers Live.
Hello, Jeremy.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you. So first, of course, thanks for inviting me.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure. You know, we've known each other for quite a while and the work that you do is so inspiring. So I'm going to ask you the first question. Could you tell us briefly about your career and what are some of the key moments that have led you to the point where you are today?
So currently I'm a professor of big data at Tallinn University of Technology. I was born actually in Estonia when it was still Soviet occupation. I got my first computer when I was 3 years old, and fast forward 20 years, I got my classical training in computer science. Now so although my classical training is in computer science, I've always enjoyed learning different subjects, talking to very many different kinds of people. And that has allowed me to visit very many places. For example, besides learning such a, like a hard science like computer science, I have also visited several different universities, very many disciplines, social sciences, political sciences, international relations, even to learn more about storytelling. And so I would actually even say that I haven't planned a career. So I'm always thinking about not having a career, but living a life. And actually, this kind of always being interested in different fields, and especially about the power of technology, how technology can help us, has led me to this moment. But I've been always, regardless of the focus to technology, I've been always focused in understanding actual people, using technology to see technology as a lens to understand, let's say, what is interesting to people, and also how do they make their priorities. So I really hope that actually one day technology can answer all those kind of questions.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, technology plays such an important role in our lives. I mean, technology is allowing us to communicate in ways that were obviously unimaginable 20 years ago, right? I mean, and intercultural cooperation, some of the academics are saying, of course, is key, to humanity's survival. So let's just talk a little bit about technology, because obviously we're all learning a lot more. I mean, the kind of the normal people like myself, just who aren't into sort of technology in the way that you are. But we hear AI, we hear the talk of AI much more now in our lives. Almost daily we're hearing about it. Is AI, in your opinion, a threat to global peace?
So the short answer is yes. And to even make it worse, it's if we can one thing is global peace, but the other thing is it the question is it a threat to the whole existence? And typically, I would say that some of the core arguments that are laid out are the following. So number one, so what has changed from now to what has been there before? So number one, there are so many different technologies that we have been scared of, nuclear technology and so on, that we have been able and agreed to control. But one of the example could be that, for example, a nuclear bomb cannot create another nuclear bomb. However, AI can. So basically, what it means is that AI, artificial intelligence, or even like some people now want to say, like Yuval Harari and others, that maybe we should even call it an alien intelligence, and the core problem is that it can be possible that we basically trigger the program, but it actually starts to learn even better, and basically gets out of control. And as a humanity, we have always enjoyed innovation, but there are always those questions. For example, it is okay for most of other people that we don't allow people to research or develop, do R&D regarding viruses just out of control without any oversight or fly some aircrafts. Potentially something similar has to be done with AI. And if we now think about, you were mentioning, 5 or 10 years ago, but let's even think about 6 months. What has happened in last 6 months that wasn't there before? So if we think about AI, we're typically imagining flying cars or carpets or at least self-driving cars. But what actually AI was able to crack was storytelling, and this was perhaps something that people were not prepared to, because essentially, storytelling is a way how people operate. So you can say that AI cracked like an operating system of humans.
Wow, it's absolutely extraordinary, isn't it? Yeah, very, very interesting. I mean, we created a show, and we'll do it again next year, AI to Peace. And I hope that next year, you'll be able to enjoy us. What role is technology going to play in our survival? But what role is technology potentially going to play in our destruction? I mean, before I go on to well, actually, let's go on to the next question. So much I'd love to talk to you about. I need to be careful. So, what role could AI play in keeping the peace? Let's talk about the good side of things. I mean, what role can AI play in helping us out?
So this year's, if I understood it correctly, the theme has been peace starts with me, right? So even so, we can always think that we can start small and start scaling it up. Then I would list few of the possibilities that AI can help keeping peace, or even actually to enhance it. So a large topic that a lot of people are talking about and has to be emphasized always is, of course, the help of AI to understand whether there is some misinformation out there. So several other previous interviews were also considering all those aspects of misinformation. So that's something where we could have AI to work as a private assistant for us to help us notice whether there could be potentially some misinformation out there. Although it's a tricky thing, because there are always different sides of truth. At least then AI could custom tailor to your choices. Second thing, which I actually think is much more important, is AI helping to minimize miscommunication. So even you, Jeremy, can imagine tens or hundreds of times in your life where people have just misunderstood you. Basically, you didn't mean anything bad, but they just misunderstood you. So there was miscommunication. So potentially, AI could help there to start to basically listen in to the conversations, and even highlight that maybe you currently didn't catch each other really correctly. And third big pillar potentially could be education. That AI can help people learn much better and much more efficiently. So basically, imagine like a personal, $1 million a year value kind of personal teacher to every student, and what that could bring us. I would imagine that this can have a huge impact.
Amazing. So there are lots of positive things that we can look forward to. But obviously a pivotal moment for those in control in terms of the way in which they build. And obviously UNESCO is doing some amazing work in this area to try to make sure that things are done correctly at this early stage. I'm sure you must be all over that and having huge discussions to make sure we build correctly at this important moment. Well, look, but you have an initiative, right? We're talking about peacekeeping. It's the International Day of UN Peacekeepers. And you have an initiative that people can participate in, which is a peace builder. Could you tell us about it and how we can all become involved?
Absolutely. So we are currently putting together a call for papers to answer one single question. How can we use data for peace? That's the larger title. And the question would be that how would it be possible in a completely new and innovative ways to use data and technology to enhance peace? If you want to search further, you can just Google up Data for Peace and Cambridge. It's a special collection in a journal that allows people from all around the world, from academia, policymakers, think tanks, to try to answer that, to write either like a short paper, opinion piece of how they could see how completely new, innovative ideas could be used to enhance peace. So that's this one element. But actually, a larger goal is to try to answer a question that how can we bring in more engineers to the discussion of peace building. So of course, there are people that even currently, Antonio Guterres has a engineering degree, but somehow more people from international law, political science, social science, and so on are around the typical discussion of peace building. But could there be a way that we could actually bring in more people, interested in mathematics, engineering? Maybe they could try to solve those things in a completely different way. So in a way, it's like a inclusiveness issue in itself, and the result could be that maybe there could be, let's say, like Silicon Valley-ish solutions to different kinds of problems that people couldn't even imagine so far. So even if we could think about one perhaps radical example or interpretation of this solution, then let's even think about Airbnb. So imagine 20 years ago, if somebody would have said to you that please allow a random person in your home that so you both could feel safe about it. So unimaginable. Basically, religion couldn't do it. The law cannot do it. But somehow technology was able to create this platform so that people from very many different backgrounds could actually, create new value together. And this is specifically why we are hoping to build momentum to this term and keyword peace technology which would answer the question that how can we actually use technology and data to enhance peace in a ways that has been never done like that.
Yeah, it's fascinating. So listen, where do people go? How do we find out more about that? What's the website? How do we find out more? How can we participate? Is there an age limit at all? Is it open to everyone?
So this specific topic is mainly for people working in universities and think tanks and different governmental organizations. But the second aspect of people being creative, of how to bring people who are interested in mathematics or engineering to this world of peacekeeping, that is open for everybody. But how can you connect up? First LinkedIn, or you can, even if you just comment below in whatever social media, I will pick it up and let's talk.
Okay. And what is your social media?
So my Twitter handle is Innar Liiv, so without a space. But of course, you can always address Peace One Day, and the message will get through.
Well, if you have an interest in those issues, I can tell you Innar is just the most extraordinary man. We've known each other a long time, so I hope you do get involved. Okay, so we've got a couple of minutes left in our... for the individuals who are at home and they're listening to everything today, is there anything that they can do to be part of the solution? And do small individual actions really count?
Absolutely. As I said earlier, and as the whole day is about the keyword peace starts with me, then I would always say that I would actually give two very specific recommendations. Since we were talking about AI earlier and technology, then at least since AI currently it's quite a popular topic, so I would really recommend that just take 30 minutes every day and just play with new systems, see what comes out. So at least don't contribute to the next great digital divide of people who know AI and don't know AI. Just play around, think about new creative things, and I'm really sure that you can number one, think how you can make your life easier, and then from me we can then go to we. Second thing, so that's bringing technology to everyday life. Second thing would be that actually just a quick idea that also try to create art. So there are so many more paintings about war and battle. Try to create some paintings about peace. Even if you couldn't draw earlier, with AI, now everybody can just do it. You just have to imagine, think about what could be on the picture and create. So basically create much more images and paintings about peace.
Okay, well, if anybody does create an image or a painting about peace, I'll definitely put it on the Peace One Day social media. So please send it to us, and I'm sure we'll see Innar liking it. Well, Innar, we're out of time. You're an amazing person. The very best of luck with all of the incredible work. And if you are interested in what Innar said, Innar Liiv on Twitter, and of course you can contact us too if you want to find out more. Innar, good luck on your journey. I hope it goes well. Thank you.